Well, a warm welcome back. The time now just approaching 4 p.m. and we're on May the 31st. Thanks very much indeed for coming back and tuning in to my channel this early evening or late afternoon, depending on what time you are checking in. Of course, this is the final day of May, and I was going to actually just give you the one bet on the line, but I'm actually going to give you three bets tonight on the service. I'm going to give you three free bets. So if you've got your pens and papers ready, I shall pass them on to you in just 1 second. They're coming from Laurel Park tonight and Gulfstream, and there's a whole host of racing tonight over there, of course, in America, and also tomorrow morning, of course, Newcastle's back in action and English racing's back in action, and I'll be on at 9 a.m. in the morning. 9 a.m. is when it all begins tomorrow on June the 1st, so make sure to make a date with me and tune in from 9 a.m. for the best information I can release on an open access line. If you called this morning on the service, this line I'm talking about, the YouTube channel, then you would have been rewarded with another winning bet, 6-1 into 7-2, and that was a horse called K-Rat, which won the 12:30 at Toulouse. I did tell you there was two very, very strong horses in that particular race that I thought would both take the world of beating, and one of them would win, and it paid about 5-2 coupled if you put them both together and back them equal stakes. And K-Rat was backed in from 6-1 into 7-2 and did the business. The other horse I tipped in that actually was 90 Years, which was back from 13-2 to 5-1. Didn't frame, but a winning bet overall, of course. And the other horse I tipped each way, Sous les Nuages, that was another very big bet indeed. 13-2 each way, coming in third. That was a maximum bet, so another winning bet overall. So pretty good session this morning, and I've got lots of action for you right now stateside. As I say, I was going to give you the one bet. I want to say many thanks to everyone who joined today. There was a lot of joiners came through and joined my private club today. Appreciate that, and I'm sure you're going to be well rewarded indeed with some fabulous winners. That's my Talking Horses, of course, and my Seventh Heaven Club, which is joinable below on this screen. No problem at all. I'm not going to talk about that tonight because I've got a lot to do, and there's been a lot of administration to do because a lot of people are joining all the time. And I'm sure they're going to have a fantastic June with Royal Ascot on the horizon as well, and the Irish racing coming up as well. This is just really a shop window what you're getting on the front end here. It's not the best gear, it's not my best information, it's a shop window. But it did reward players last night who came through and tuned us in as viewers to a 20-1 treble last night as well on stateside action. If you called through, well done everyone. And if you tuned in, I should say, I'm just searching for my notes. I can't even remember. They've had, I think, nearly 80 winners now on this service in the last 5 weeks. So very pleasing indeed. But anyway, there was 3 winners on this service last night, and they're all in the... frustrating when you're not organised. I really am organised with my paperwork. It's everywhere, to be honest with you. It's all in my mind what's going on, so it's hardly rehearsed at all. But there was 3 winners on the line out of 4 bets last night, paying 20-1 the treble. So it was very pleasing indeed. One of them was called Venezuelan Hug, wasn't it, in particular? Oh, and so something Curly, wasn't it? Shanghai Curly, that was it, Shanghai Curly, and one in the first race, I can't remember the name for the life of me. But anyway, don't worry about it, let's kick on, shall we, and get into tonight's action. I've got 3 bets for you on this final day of May. It's been a blockbusting month of May with tips, as I say, huge winners, 50-1, 25-1, last night was another 20-1 treble, 16-1 singles, all sorts of prices, massive profits, and there we go. So let's talk business, shall we? Let's going to get my William Hill and Bet365 sheets in front of me so I can get these prices right. About this time of the day, a lot of non-runners do actually come through, and it can really mess it all up when you just come in on right at the button at 4 o'clock and then there's a pile of non-runners. And so everything's going to post at the moment, which I'm going to tip you. And the first one I'm going to come up with is in the 5:45 at Gulfstream. It's race 1, so I'm going to get that out of the way first. It's horse number 3. It's called King of Rock. King of Rock. If you did tune in last night, you'd heard me singing the praises of a guy called Danny Gargan, the trainer. Well, Danny's a great trainer, unbelievable strike rate to runners ratio, and massive profits. And he's got MSCL Jeremio on board tonight on number 3, King of Rock. And I take this horse to win, hands down, in this claimer. It's not a great race whatsoever. Danny's definitely top flight trainer who's not been really found yet, so to speak, but he's an incredible strike rate per runners. And number 3, King of Rock, 9-4. If this was trained by Bob Baffert or Wes Ward or anyone like that, the top guns, then it would be even money, and that's more like what it should be, about even money. Should put these away tonight. King of Rock, number 3, to take that maiden claiming race 1 tonight, 5:45 Gulfstream. It's 9-4 currently with William Hill. You may get a bit of 5-2 around, but I think the money will come for it, and I can see it going off about 6-4. That's number 3, King of Rock. That's your first bet there. Where should we go now? Let me have a look. Let's go to Laurel Park, shall we, for the second bet of the night. I'm going to go each way on this one. I'm each way. It is 4-1, 7-2, and I know people say you can only have each way when they're 5-1 and things like that. But in this case, it's up against an odds-on chance, and I'm making a 2-horse race this race. And I think we could beat the favourite here. We have got an odds-on favourite to beat, but yeah, obviously it's got a favourite's chance. I'm talking about the 640 at Laurel Park, by the way. It's a 10-horse runner, 10-runner race, and the one I like in the 640 at Laurel is number 6. It's called Antrim Aubrey. Antrim Audrey. It's trained by Claudio Gonzalez, another trainer who's got sparkling form to his name. He really has. This horse has no form to its name credential-wise, to looking at the figures. 85566. I always say, and I joke about it, that it's a telephone number, but I do expect it to be in the free tonight, and I think it can win. Well, I know it can win. It's 7-2, come 4-1. It could even drift out, but I think this is an each way bet to steal, as they say, or each way bet to nothing. There's never a bet to nothing ever. Everything's always a risk to it. But I think, knowing that it's a really weak race, uncompetitive, I think each way is the order of the day on number 6, Antrim Aubrey. It's a much better bet than betting the favourite odds on, for sure. And if it does frame Antrim Aubrey, you only lose a little bit of your stake. And if it wins, obviously, you have a good touch. So number 6, Antrim Aubrey in the 640 at Laurel. Certainly the wise bet there for me, each way. As I say, don't worry too much about the form figures. If you look at them, 85566, it doesn't really tell the whole story. And I think this horse can turn over the favourite, Glengar. Claudio Gonzalez trains Antrim Aubrey. It's ridden by Jorge Ruiz, so it won't lack in the plate for help there and assistance. And I think this 4-year-old can take this one tonight. And over a mile there, number 6, Antrim Aubrey is the second bet of the night. You've already had one, of course, which was at Gulfstream in the opener, which I'll repeat to you once more and just check that it's running, because often there's a case you can just walk away and then they withdraw. But number 3, King of Rock, does go to post. Now I've got one other horse to pass on to you, and I'm just going to find it on my sheet here, because I just you have to excuse me 1 minute. I'm just going to make sure this is okay, because it is quite a big one and it's got an outstanding turn. I'm not sure whether to give you a 14-1 chance or a FAV, a favourite, which I think will win as well. But what I'm going to do, I'm just checking the market as we're speaking now, because I want to be sure this is 100% right, what I'm going to tell you, because I don't want to mess up here. And I'm going to give you a straight win bet. I've got a 14-1 poke, but I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to go for 3 winners tonight, straight bullseye here. King of Rock, I think, will win the opener, right? Antrim Aubrey, I think it's got an amazing value chance at 7-2 to turn over the Jolly, the favourite. And I'm going to give you another winner, I think, here, in the shape of the 9-10 at Laurel Park. And that's horse number 9. It's called Jumping Michelle. And again, it's trained by Claudio Gonzalez. It's ridden by Alex Cintron. And I've got this horse miles clear on figures in this race. It's an optional claimer. It won't take much winning, and I like this one very much indeed. It's called Jumping Michelle. It's number 9. It's drawn 9, which isn't ideal, but it's not many runners are going to post. And I think, to be honest with you, this horse, priced at 9-4, should be more like 4-5 even money top whack. It's got outstanding credentials next to its name. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't win. So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to have the 3 singles, and I'm also going to have the double on King of Rock and Jumping Michelle, and then I'm going to have a nice punt on Antrim Aubrey each way, because that's the value bet as well. So I'm going to have the 2 singles, King of Rock and Jumping Michelle, and then I'm going to have an each way bet on Antrim Aubrey. I won't give you this 14-1 chance. I will be giving it to my private members, but I won't be putting on this one. I think 3's enough to be getting on with tonight. After 3 winners last night, if 2 won out of 3, I'd be delighted tonight, and if 3 would win, I'd be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to love you and leave you on a very serious note. I hope you've all enjoyed the month of May. Stacks of winners, a lot of fun. It's been great. I've enjoyed it all the way, and long may it continue. June the 1st tomorrow, we're back in track with Gothras Park, the all-weather 10-race card, 12 runners a race. It's going to be exciting. And, of course, that's just the start of it. Royal Ascot coming up as well. Exciting. That's all you can say. Exciting. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thumbs up. I'll see you at 9 a.m. Early bulletin, 9 a.m. Have a great night. Bye for now.